so let's think how we can jazz this up a little bit. So Jerry,
I can add.
think about how you can get to those notes, right? Yeah, exactly. Right. So think about you got to get from E to G, right? Now we're in what key are we in?
We're in minor.
E minor, exactly.
E
Now,
minor.
what are the notes in the key of E minor? E is one.
That's the only one I can think of.
Really? Nobody knows the notes in the key of E minor.
We need the whole circle of fifth. Oh no.
F.
Exactly. Okay, so check this out. This is something really important to remember, right? No matter, everybody listen to this. This is crucial. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Avery, you can finish that in just a second. That's the name of the song.
Thought.
No matter what key you're in, I know it's a lot to remember with the circle of fifths and the sharps, all that, but you know what's not hard to remember is that no matter what key you're in, it's in alphabetical order. Right? So you know if we're in the key of E, the next letter must be what?
F.
Right, and the next letter must be what?
G sharp.
Don't worry about the sharp, just tell me letters.
Oh, A,
Uh-huh.
B, C, B,
D.
C.
Exactly. Okay, so now, like you said, we're in the key of E minor. So we know some of these might be sharps, but really, if you just proceeded like this and you accidentally played one that was supposed to be a sharp, you would know it right away. Your ear would tell you. You know what I mean? But first things first, remember, all of music theory is set up so that it can be in alphabetical order. So we know that these are the keys. You know what I mean? Now, to know what sharps are in the key of E minor, we need to know what the relative major of E minor is.
Ooh,
right? G, exactly.
G.
Now, how do we know that G is the relative major? I'll tell you why. Because if we were trying to figure out what the relative minor was, it's what number is the relative minor? Does anybody know?
6.
6, exactly. So here's our hypothetical major scale. Whatever key it is, this is our major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Whatever this number is the relative minor, right? Well, we know what the relative minor is because we're trying to figure out what the relative major is. So we know that the number 6 is E, right? Is everybody with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we can figure out what the number 1 is, then there we have our relative major, right? Now, we could just count backwards from 1 through the alphabet, but it's kind of hard to say the alphabet backwards, right?
Yeah.
So a way easier way to do it, because remember the number 1 is the same as number 8, no matter what key you're in. If you say C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, by the time you get to the 8, you're going to be back at whatever letter you started on. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
So it's easier just to count 6, 7, 8. Now, if we count 6, 7, 8, what letter is going to be right there on 8?
G.
G. So we're in the key of G major, like Avery said. Does anybody know how many sharps are in the key of G major?
Ooh, I can.
Besides Avery.
Felix, Cat.
Right.
F, Felix, F and C. Felix,
Right.
Cat.
You're close. You got the right idea, right? To know how many sharps are in the key of any key, we need to think about what key has 0 sharps.
C.
C, exactly, right? So here's our circle of fifths. So if C is number 1, what's the next key?
F. E.
G. It's G, exactly, because you have to count 5 because it's the circle of fifths.
Yeah.
So there's our key right there, right? So C has 0, G has 1. Now how do we know what sharp that is? Felix the cat gets dirtier after every bath. It's the order of the sharps. F, C, G, D, A, E, B. So what's
F sharp.
F sharp, exactly. So
Yeah.
I know that was a long walk, but the key of E minor has 1 sharp, and it's F sharp.
Awesome.
Whew. Sorry, does anyone have any questions about that? That was a lot.
I'm
You guys like that.
tracking, but
Can you write the Felix the Cat thing again?
Absolutely.
So fun.
The whole thing?
Just the FC.
Sure.
I'll put up whatever.
Everybody look at this real quick.
Go ahead.
quieter.
That sounded pretty good, pretty good. One thing we want to be conscious of too is our dynamics. Who can tell me what dynamics are?